If you love classic cars, then Donald loves you.
Hi, I'm Donald Osborne, CEO of Audrain LLC. I'm here in the Audrain Automobile Museum in Newport, Rhode Island, in our exhibition, The Past to the Present, Power and Speed with Style, where we look at the DNA of great automotive manufacturers and how it's expressed itself across the decades. And here, we're with a 1936 Bugatti Type 57 Vol. 2. Ettore Arco Isidoro Bugatti was born in Milan in 1881, and he quickly emigrated to France as a young man, where he established himself as a brilliant automotive designer and technician. It's not a surprise that Bugatti's creations were so incredibly prized. He grew up and was born into an incredibly artistic family. His grandfather was an architect and sculptor. His father was one of the leading designers and builders of Art Nouveau furniture in Italy. His brother Rembrandt was a great sculptor. So Ettore Bugatti came by his talents quite naturally. This car is a great example of the high point of Bugatti's history. A Type 57 with a 3.5-liter straight-8 engine producing 135 horsepower was one of the most elegant and powerful grand touring cars of the late 1930s. Surpassed perhaps only by the Type 41, the legendary Bugatti Royale, but that was not a commercial success at all. However, the Type 57 was a great commercial success. It built on the amazing reputation that Bugatti had built in Grand Prix racing. In the 1920s, his Type 35s and the derivatives were unbeatable on the tracks all over the world, and in fact, a Type 35 won the very first Monaco Grand Prix in 1929. This car is a wonderful example of the Type 57, and its name Vol. 2 comes from a Swiss mountain pass. All of these Type 57s, which are designed by Ettore Bugatti's son, Jean Bugatti, were amazingly elegant, powerful, capable, fast, comfortable cars. And typical of their heritage, they were named after the great Alpine passes, Ventoux, Galibier, Stelvio. And this particular example is one of only 6 built with this very particular 2-light coupe body. Now, 2-light, that means it's got 2 side windows. It's bad arithmetic, but it's how you refer to automotive fenestration. If it had the traditional rear windows of a Vol. 2 coupe, it would be a 4-light coupe. So this is, again, very rare, it's very elegant, very sporty, and this particular example has never been restored, which makes it a very special thing indeed in the Bugatti world. Each one of the body panels holds the original stamp that was made in Molsheim, France, where the car was built. It's quite an amazing story. Now, of course, one of the things that made any Bugatti very special was its design quality and its build quality. However, Ettore Bugatti was not an adventurer when it came to specifications, and he frequently argued with his brilliant young son Jean about how advanced the car should be. In many ways, this was echoed years later by Enzo Ferrari, who also was quite notoriously conservative when it came to engineering. This car, as beautiful and advanced as it was in design and specification in many ways, still in the late 1930s had a solid front axle when the rest of the world had gone to independent front suspension. In addition, this example is equipped with hydraulic brakes, but Bugatti was one of the last manufacturers of high-performance cars to stick with mechanical brakes. Ettore Bugatti, again, going back to his old days as a racer, he wanted to make sure that there weren't strange things that would go wrong. Everything should be simple and easily fixable. He liked simplicity. Simplicity and lightness were his keywords. That is something which is not quite found in today's cars to bear his name, but that's an entirely different story. But they do carry something that Ettore Bugatti prized above all else, the ability to amaze and astonish their competition. Although the original company founded by Ettore Bugatti in 1909 went out of business in 1952 and was subsumed into the Hispano-Suiza Aerospace Company, its legacy lives on. First through Romano Artioli, an Italian businessman who revived the mark in the 1980s and launched the EB110 on the 110th anniversary of the birth of Ettore Bugatti, through to the Volkswagen Group, which owns Bugatti today. And we are standing in front of a 2019 Bugatti Chiron Skyview. Now, Chiron is a name that means a lot in Bugatti circles because one of the greatest Bugatti victories, in fact, their last big victory, was in 1939 at the 24 Hour of Le Mans against heavy competition where they were definitely underdogs. Jean-Pierre Wimille and Pierre Véron won the race to the glory of France just at the time when the curtain was about to come down. So Chiron is a name that has great resonance in the Bugatti community. And the Chiron is the successor to the Bugatti Veyron, another car named after a great Bugatti race car driver. And this is a car which is designed purely for performance. This is not a car you take to get the groceries in. It's equipped with a quad turbo W16 engine, which puts out 1,479 horsepower that can propel this car to a speed governed 260 miles per hour. The Bugatti Chiron has been recorded at running at 304 miles per hour, but it's something that you can't do for very long because the tires start to complain rather loudly, really quickly. Nevertheless, the remarkable engineering accomplishment that is the Bugatti Chiron is something to be applauded, and I think something that Ettore Bugatti would have appreciated if not as much as his son Jean. Because in this car is the kind of advanced engineering that Jean Bugatti stood for and wanted to bring to the company's products. There's also a very interesting design feature of the Chiron, which is a great nod to Jean Bugatti. There's a central spine that runs up the hood and across the roof and down the rear deck. And that is a nod to the great 1935 Bugatti Type 57 Aérolite. Aérolite is French for meteorite. It's this wonderful aerodynamic coupe designed by Jean Bugatti to really startle the automotive world, made out of a very exotic alloy called electron. It's a magnesium alloy, extremely light, very, very difficult to work with. And Jean Bugatti thought, this is the kind of thing that I want our family's company to stand for. And so the legacy of Jean Bugatti, his vision, the incredible artistic talents of his entire family and Ettore Bugatti live on today in the Chiron Skyview.
Hi, it's Donald Osborne with the answer to the Audrain Auto Museum Fun Fast Fact Quiz. The mystery of the finish line. The answer? The 24 Hours of Le Mans. In this legendary race, the winner is the car which has covered the longest distance in the 24 hours, and that car may or may not be near the start-finish line when they wave the checkered flag at the end of the time limit. So, you might see the checkered flag first, but not be able to spray the champagne. Come back for our next Fun Fast Fact Quiz question. Keep watching our videos. If you like these videos, let your friends know. Subscribe, comment, share.